Guys, winners win. Winners win. And we continue to find ways to win defensively, offensively, special teams. That is what it's all about, all three phases.
Simple as that. Winners win, and the Jaguars just keep finding ways to win football games. They went up to Tennessee. This team has historically struggled in Nashville, and they come back with a dub. The Jaguars are off, rolling, and now, Kyle, what place are they in the AFC South?
Number 1.
Coming for the number 1 spot. Technically it's a tie, but you know you got the tiebreaker, so sit in the number 1 spot.
Hey, that sets up a big game that we'll talk about all this week, but there's a big game this week for sure.
Big game this week against the Indianapolis Colts. Bank better be packed. The bank needs to be standing room only for this game on Sunday. Since I have been in Jacksonville, all I've heard from people is, I want to get a team that's just playing meaningful football games in December. I don't want to be looking at the draft by Thanksgiving. This team is tied for first place in the AFC South and kind of finding their stride at the right time. This is a big game. We'll talk more about it later. But, yeah, the bank's got to be packed this week.
I know it's on my Christmas list, but I'll tell you what, I was not expecting all these Victory Mondays. We've had, I guess, 8 Victory Mondays so far, and I'm getting kind of used to them. They're pretty nice.
Hey, get used to this, right? Victory Monday is always better. Jaguars are rolling. I mean, look, they're rolling to the point where yesterday's game was kind of, I don't know, boring almost. It was like, okay, all the other games in the 1 o'clock slate are wrapping up. We still had like 8 minutes left to go. Jaguars are firmly in control of this thing. And it's like,
Yeah, you know your team's doing good when you're critiquing the wins, and this was a 22-point win, so they definitely did pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, 22-point wins don't grow on trees in the NFL.
Yeah.
By no means, especially against the Titans, a team that the Jaguars historically have struggled against. You take that where you can get it. And it was a chippy kind of win. I mean, where Titans players are in the locker room complaining about things that Logan Cook, the Jaguars punter, told them out there on the football field. I'm sorry, if the punter bullied you, we got a whole nother set of discussions that need to happen.
Yeah, we know that these two teams do not like each other, but I will say this team in general definitely feels different, and they've kind of taken the personality of the head coach and some of the assistant coaches. Coach Cohen, he uses the term edge, and this team definitely has a lot of edge.
You don't want it. You want everybody's edge and superpowers to be a part of why we have success or what we do on a day-to-day basis. And I do think you see some of the personalities be able to show, and the guys, having fun, playing with an edge. You can see Campy's personality in that defense, and that's cool to see. So, when you have players that it means a lot to them, there is something to prove. There's, an edge to our team that I think that shows up on our tape when you turn it on in all 3 phases. And ultimately, that's what you want as a coach. It's the best compliment I think you can get as a coach is that your players play their tails off. I would rather hear that than, man, y'all execute and have a great scheme.
Look, Jaguars definitely, they play tough. They got some guys out there that fly around. If you're looking for an exact example, and Liam Cohen gave it, LaQuint Allen. LaQuint Allen is like the channeled example of what they want it to be for it to mean to be a Jaguar. 7th-round pick rookie, and he is a tone setter for this football team.
Leaving it all out on the field. That's, playing your tail off, leave it all out there. They leave no stone unturned for that one.
Head first. That's how he goes after everything.
Head first, exactly.
Literally, that's basically how he helped force the fumble against the Titans. Just dove in head first. Don't even worry about your well-being or the other guys. All right, you want to do some grades? Let's do some grades.
It's a Victory Monday. That means it's a grade Monday. So let's hand them out. We always like to start with the quarterback, so let's go Trevor on this first grade.
I mean, A+. He managed the game. He was able to stretch the field, took some shots when they were there. I asked Liam Cohen if he thought this was Trevor's best game of the year. He said he'd have to look at it and was a little bit hesitant there, but I think this was a really clean game from Trevor. No turnovers, not a whole lot of mistakes. The offensive line gave him plenty of time. I mean, they just took advantage of the opportunities when they were there and were able to get the game going. So A+ from Trevor.
I can get behind that. I will say I feel like, Liam also said they might have left a little bit of meat on the bone. It was a dominant win. I thought it could have been even more dominant, but I did think 16 played well. Like you said, hold on to the ball, don't turn it over, good things will happen. So I can get behind that one.
They took their foot off the gas a little bit.
They did. Let's stick with offense here. One of the new guys, Jakobi Meyers, definitely made some plays.
I mean, he's been an A every week that he's been a Jaguar. Honestly, Jakobi Meyers is sure-handed, and he's been everything that the Jaguars feel like they've kind of been missing from that wide receiver room for a while now. He is opening things up. He was their most productive receiver for another consecutive week. It feels like him and Trevor Lawrence are exactly on the same page. And if there's one thing at this point, I know James Gladstone said when the Jaguars got Jakobi Meyers that his superpower was catching the football, and he absolutely nailed it. Like, sometimes you got to see it to believe it. That guy doesn't drop anything. If it hits those hands, he's pulling it in.
Yeah, no, it definitely a good grade from him. That one play, his biggest play, we talked about it. When was the last time you saw a receiver that open? And then just the blocking. It was just a well-executed play, well-designed, and they got right into the red zone. So that you love to see that.
Yeah, wide open. I mean, wide open. And Jaguars receivers aren't normally running that wide open.
No, they aren't.
We've even had former Jaguars receivers make it a point to say, like, every touchdown I've had to get was hard. I had a guy tell me that. It's like, yeah. But Jakobi Meyers was wide open for that big gain. So, A+ for Jakobi.
All right, let's go to the defense here, and he also did a little special teams. Let's do Devon Hamilton.
You know what? We give Big Ham an A2. I mean, you fill in at long snapper, which is always, you hate to see Ross Maddox, who's a really good long snapper. I mean, Pro Bowl level, like top long snapper in the league kind of guy. He gets banged up a little bit, tough to have a backup. And we were even talking about it during the game when I saw him get hurt. I said, who is the backup long snapper? Because that's not something we discuss a whole lot. Well, insert Devon Hamilton, who said he hadn't snapped the ball since training camp. Back in high school, he was the co-long snapper. Wasn't even the starting long snapper for his high school football team full-time, was the co-long snapper. But he got all the praise in the world from those special teams guys. Stepped in, did his job. I mean, he snapped it on a field goal, snapped it on a punt, and if you weren't paying close attention, you might not even notice that he was in there. So definitely, I mean, hats off to that guy for being able to do multiple things. He did say that it was cool to see the game from that perspective and said it was something that he wanted to do. So good for him.
So A's across the board. We love to see that.
Straight A's, honor roll students.
You can't beat that. We have a little bit of time left when we come back. We do have a Duval dial-up that I know you guys are going to want to hear, so stick around and we'll be right back.
Mr. Jamal and Mr. Kyle. Yes, I got a different tone. But I'm going to keep it real. Yes, I'm happy. You know why I'm happy? And I know y'all know. We are at the head of our division, and I'm getting amped up. I'm getting ready. And if I got to talk us into a victory, we got to beat the Colts next Sunday. Oh, man, I got chill bumps right now, man. I want to give a shout-out to our coaching staff. They are doing a tremendous job, a job like we ain't seen in a while. I just want to say, go Duval!
Yeah, look, you know what? It's a good time to be a Jaguars fan. This is what folks wanted. Team's sitting at 8-4. Right now, you're in the 3 seed if everything ended, and they control their own destiny. I can't say enough. The Jaguars control their own destiny. They take care of business. You win the AFC South. You take care of business and maybe get a little bit of help, and who knows, you might end up as the 2 seed or even the 1 seed when it's all said and done, because you do already have a date with the team that's sitting in the 2 seed. So we'll see. Look, it's going to be a fun finish to the season, but we love to do all dial-ups. Love them.
I got goosebumps thinking about it, listening to it. Our man KD always gives us a call, so we love to hear it. You guys can also give us a call whenever. That number's right there on your screen. Dial it up.
Yep.
We love the Duval dial-up.
Give us a call, 904-391-3661. You might hear yourself here on Teal the Show. And since the Jaguars are back at the bank this week, big game against the Indianapolis Colts. This is a gotta-have-it kind of week. The Colts are on a slide. They've lost 2 games in a row. Jaguars are rolling, and Jaguars can take complete control of the AFC South first place spot with a dub this week. Right? So, got to get folks at the bank. This is a big one. We'll talk about what the Jags got to do to get that win in Friday's show, but want to remind you, since the Jaguars are at home, we're going to be out tailgating, or tailgating as we like to call it, out at the slab. We'll be counting it down to kickoff. You can come hang out with us over there. If you're out at the slab, come by, say hello. If you're hanging out at home, want to get all the energy and get all ready for kickoff, get those Teal energies flowing, you can tune in. We'll be right here on Channel 4 from 11 to noon on Sunday. So come hang out with us for that. Teal gates are always a bunch of fun. Games at the bank are always a bunch of fun. And you know what? This time of year when you're playing important football games in December, that's a bunch of fun too.
Pack the bank. Pack the bank. And it is a home field advantage now. They've played well in these big games where they've needed wins, so just keep on stacking them.
Hey, well, they need to keep on stacking them. Keep on stacking them. All right, we'll talk more about the Colts and what the Jaguars got to do to start stacking those wins. And Friday's episode of Teal the Show. We appreciate you spending some of your Monday night with us on Teal the Show. We'll see you on Friday. Good night, everybody, and go Jags.